As with any other antique vehicle, it would be preferable to have new or original sheet metal. However, with a 60-year-old vehicle such as a Jeep, oftentimes getting a solid body without any rust is very difficult, if not an actual impossibility. It's much more likely that when you find a Jeep 60 years old to do your restoration, you may find something more like the Jeep body we have here on display today. This particular body is an original body. It has been sandblasted, and as you can see, there's been quite a serious amount of rust and damage from years of use. One of the first areas of a body like this that ends up rusting out is what we call hat channels here. These channels originally were filled with wood to increase their strength without increasing the weight of the Jeep body significantly. And over a 60-year time frame, like we're talking about with an antique Jeep, this wood has trapped moisture, and one of these hat channels is one of the first areas to begin to rust out. In addition, there's quite a bit of damage in the side of the body. Again, anywhere where there's a channel that has trapped moisture over the years ends up rusting out of the body. Quite possibly, the Jeep restoration you're going to do will have a body similar to this. A body like this is not by any means scrap. It is possible to restore this body. The real question is, what is the customer's ability? If you can weld, if you can do the body work yourself, this is a restorable body still. Panels are available to replace these panels that are bad, or panels can be made up for them. The real question normally is an economic one. If you have to pay someone to do the welding or the body work, you may not be able to afford to do this in the cost of a new replacement or reproduction body. Some customers are dedicated to preserving the original body at almost the equal to or greater cost than the reproduction body. But most customers can't afford to put more money into resaving an old body than what a new body would be worth. The other possibility for fixing a body like this would be if you were going to do a repair similar to what this one here had happened to. This World War II Jeep doesn't look very bad. It's definitely a usable body. It can be used for reenactor quality or parades. It would not be a show or a judging body. The reasons for the most part are that although it looks pretty good, some close indications of areas like this seam, which disappears here, the shovel and axe blade sheath, you cannot see the edges of it, indicating that it's got a coating of body filler over the side panels. Quite possibly, when this body is stripped, it may look very similar to this one that's bare over here. There's nothing wrong with a body like this with this body filler if you know what you're paying for and you're getting the product you're paying for. If you're doing a reenactor, if you're doing parades, you can have as much fun driving a body like this as someone could have who's done a very fine restoration or even a reproduction body. If you so desire or determine that you don't have the abilities to do the welding or the body work, and you're going to find yourself paying, prevailing shop wages to have the body work done, it's pretty soon an economical picture to go ahead and get a reproduction body. Reproduction body, like the one we have here, are readily available for the World War II Jeep today. Now, the reproduction body is a judgeable body, is solid steel. You don't have any of the problems of rust and rot that you have in this first body. You don't have the filler and body putty that you have in this second example. However, putting a reproduction body on is not completely workless job. There is definitely some work to do here. If you note on your original bodies, holes for half door snaps attaching the mirror bracket, areas like the side body handles, and many of the accessories that need to be installed on your body are not pre-drilled on a reproduction body. As you see, the body panel is very plain. These items are best put in by you as you're doing the work with the actual part you're going to put in place. When you have a body handle to put on here, it's better for the customer to be able to drill the body handle holes where they belong with the part they're using. Over the past 60 years, numerous different manufacturers have made parts for the bodies, including handles and other accessories. And if the holes are pre-drilled here and they're a little bit off location from the part you're going to bolt on, then it's more difficult to move that hole to the correct position than it is to put it in the right place the first time when you're doing it yourself. This does take a good bit of time and some measuring. For this reason, you never want to be throwing away or scrapping your original body until you've got your reproduction body completed. If you're using a reproduction body, be sure to keep the original to the very end. You're going to need to take measurements off of it. You're going to need to determine what holes belong and what holes don't belong. So you definitely don't want to throw that body away until your project is complete and you're happy with the results. Reproduction bodies are available today for almost all the Jeep models that have been made that are at least 10 years old. The World War II bodies, both the MB and the GPW, are both available. Normally, when you buy a body kit, which is normally how they're sold, you'll get what's known as the body tub, shown here. The body tub is the largest part of your total restoration project. Along with the body tub, in a kit of restoration bodies will be the front fenders, the hood. In the World War II and older models, you'll get the grill also. And from then, you'll get some various parts depending on which dealers you're working with. Some dealers today include top bows and top bow brackets and various other miscellaneous hardware and small accessories. And other products are more stripped down versions of the kit. Normally, you'll have the entire body kit motor freighted to you, and you will have to unload the kit in a wooden box that it comes in. Most all the bodies made today are imported from the Philippines. Again, you'll have various qualities with various dealers, and you want to call your dealers and talk with them and see what they're including in the kit for the price. You can get various paint finishes, you can get various work done to them before you get them shipped to you. Even though most bodies are made in the Philippines, if not all, there are different characteristics and differences between different dealers. You want to talk with a dealer who's at least put a body on before. Some of your dealers will maybe drop ship a body from a warehouse to you, and they may not have had experience installing the body. You're getting as much service as you're getting product when you're buying this body from dealers. You may find that you need some help putting it on, some questions in fit up, and which body you want to buy for your particular model Jeep. There are also some custom bodies now available. Some of the civilian model bodies from the early 40s now have a reproduction body designed to make them look like a World War II body. Many more people are looking for the World War II style body than are bodies available or Jeeps available to do restorations. For that reason, there are now body kits that will make a late model civilian Jeep look pretty much like a World War II Jeep. You'll never be able to judge a vehicle such as that, but again, if you're going to be in parades, a reenactor, someone on that line, you can have just as much fun with that type of vehicle as you would with a really nice restoration, and you may not have near the time and effort and money involved in it. You as a customer have to decide which type of body you would rather have, how much work you want to put into it, how much money you want to spend on the product, and what kind of use you want for the end result. Many of your national show Jeeps have a tremendous amount of time, effort, and money in them, but they're not going to be out running around in the woods with reenacting groups. The reenacting groups normally are much happier with something a little bit less expensive and a little bit rougher because it looks a little bit more combat ready.